to us. Please, shut your goddamn mouths, put your goddamn dicks together, and make the noise. Mr. Donnie Marsh, ladies and gentlemen. I can hear all of you. It's not very nice. My New Year's resolution to quit pooping ended in disaster today. In Bank of America. I feel like I'm too dependent on my notes. I'm gonna do something bold. This is an old show business trick. I'm gonna tear my notes up. Yeah. And then I'm gonna eat them. That's gross. You're right. A second old show business trick. Have a spare set of notes. Don't be an idiot. It'd be foolish to come up here without a spare. I'm trying to be less controversial this year, which will be difficult because I am, as you all know, the bad boy of Chattanooga comedy. Okay. Then how come I have the nickname The Terrible Comedian? That's what I thought. That being said, how come every time I defend slavery, I get called a racist? Wrong! That's not what it's about. I have a lot of work I need done. And I don't want to pay anyone to do it. I would take any of you. Stop calling me a hate group, Southern Poverty Law Center. There's only one of me. And I'm very lonely. Some comedy doesn't age well. This was a bad idea now. Speaking of which, is it wrong to shine a laser pointer in the eyes of a school bus driver? Apparently, yes. Because as soon as I did, a cat attacked that school bus. I can see you wondering, how can I be so funny when I am also so good looking? A common question. My looks I get from my mother, a classic Midwestern thick-ankled beauty. But my wits I get... This cuts into my time, all your laughter. Please stop. But my wits I get from my father, who used to write his very own bedtime stories for me as a child. He stuck around. He was a good dad. even though I think sometimes he didn't want to. He wrote bedtime stories that could rival any fairy tale, like Charlie the Dragon. It's a story about this really young, cool dragon who has to give up his dreams in exchange for an unexpected responsibility. Or Agrazard the Wizard. It's about a really cool magician who loses his powers to an evil witch who refuses to go to counseling. Most of you in this room, I can tell, have never been good looking. But trust me, it's hard. Most comics will tell you on this stage, if you ask them afterwards or in the parking lot when they're selling you cocaine, is comedy hard? They'll be like, no, anyone can do it. You've seen. But I like to make it harder for me. So before this set, I put a Rubik's Cube up my ass, and I've been solving it. So if at any point I appear distant, I apologize. I have, however, solved it. It is completely brown. Thank you. I'm Donnie Marsh. Good night.
Donnie motherfucking Marsh. Everybody make a goddamn noise.